Okay, so here is our happy birthday card. And for this one, I used the Birthday Bonanza set, or Bonanza Buddies set. And I used this happy birthday. And you'll notice for this here, they have all the pieces if you actually wanted to stamp that. However, I'm not allowed to sell pre-stamped images, so I took the paper. There's a Birthday Bonanza designer paper, and it has the lions on it, and that's where these came from. So you'll notice the lion comes in two parts. Here's his body, here's his mane, and the end of his tail. So that's why the little end of his tail is separate. And there's the birthday hat and the banner. And I particularly love this piece. It's a stitched tag, and it's large enough that you could make some nice tags with that. So let's get started. Oh, and I forgot to show you on the daisy card, I used the small daisy punch. Be careful, there are two different ones. This is the small one. There's a larger one as well. It's beautiful if you want to make Gerber daisies out of it too. You use the large one and then put the small ones in the middle. It's really pretty. But oh, and on this card, I also used these assorted Pom Poms from that same set. So you should have 3 different colors. I didn't have enough to do all one color, so I'm going to vary the one that I do on this one so that you can see what it looks like with the other colors. So we're going to start, this is Bermuda Bay. And I'm just going to fold that over for my base. And then you should have enough that you have a white piece for the inside and then one, oh, that's what this one is. So let's go ahead and put that inside. So there's my inside piece. And for the outside base, you're going to use this Coastal Cabana. So there's my base. And then I'm using the Birthday Bonanza paper, and you'll see this side has little ice cream cones and this side has the candles. You could use whichever one you like better. Just make sure when you use this one that the candles are standing upright with their little wicks in the upright position. So there is the base of our card. And then I'm not going to stamp my saying, although you could, I guess. Maybe it's a better idea because you could always flip this over if you wanted to, and you don't have extra pieces. So you might want to do your stamping first. Just keep it off to the left-hand corner here. So about there, and then you can work around that area. And I know on here I did a Bermuda Bay ink, but because I told you you could use just black, I'm going to do the black on this one so that you can see it looks just as good. So we're going to take this little banner, and again, I'm just going to use, sorry, I need to get my silicone mat. And kind of stretch it so that it goes from one corner and down from there. Oh, I got mine so it's a little too long. If that happens, you can just snip off that edge. And then we're going to, at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and put my ribbon through. And for this, just double it over. And then put this through. Kind of like you're doing the end of a bookmark. Like so. And you can trim this off whatever length you want it. And here I did use dimensionals again. So with this one, you're probably going to want to use at least 4. Sometimes I put one in the middle, but if you're going to mail this, it might be nice to have it have a little more give. So I'm not going to put one in the middle of this one. So I'm going to stick this on. And then I want to add my lion. And with these hats, one side is polka dotted, the other side is striped. So you can choose which side you use. I tend to like the polka dots on this one. So, and for this, I actually put his head on first because that way I know where to put the body in the hat. So I kind of put it so it was almost at the halfway point, just a little less because I don't want his body to stick off the end. And again, you could use your glue for this. And then this is always fun, this tail. I did go ahead and use my snail or even a glue dot. You might have to roll it up a little bit for the glue dot. And then just stuck it on over the top. I wish I could have left it whole, but that's not the way the die was. So, and then for my little hat, we're going to stick that on. And I did, oh, I popped this one up too. And I did cut your dimensionals, so you'll have some half pieces along the edge. And that's what I would use for your hat. Just use one of those half pieces so the dimensional doesn't show. And then I just put the base on his head and had the dimensional up at the top. And then last but not least, a glue dot for this little pom-pom. And I stuck that just right above. So there is your card. And see, you can see what it looks like with the black. It looks great, especially because his face has the black and these have black. So it's in there already. So there is that card.